You made it before the stream there, buddy. Welcome back, everybody, to the Rookzer0 Drawcast. I'm Rookzer0. It is February 24th, and I'm moving my mic around, so if you can't hear me, that's fine. Might help if I actually did all this stuff before the video started, but, I've never done that before, and I don't know why I'm going to start now. So, there we go. It is the free draw. No, that's Friday. It is the viewer suggestion, like all Wednesdays. So that's a thing we're going to do. I'm in Aggie, I hope. I didn't check. I should check that. Yes, we're in Aggie today, so that's exciting. I'm going to start off with some rugby drawing, and then we'll get to going. But we do also have a sponsor today. We are sponsored by Describe, which is a wonderful box text website. And I have a little bit of an ad press. I'm going to try this out today. This is the first time we're going to try this. I'm going to play this. We're going to see how it sounds, see how it goes, and if it works, we might use that for our audio plugs, and we'll try that from now on. And if not, just scream in the chat that it's terrible and I'm sorry. Let's have some fun. Our sponsors this week are the great creators over at Describe. If you're looking to jump behind the DM screen but are worried about being at a loss for words, then check out Describe.com. Describe offers over 1,400 scenes of places, monsters, and spells, and collections with dozens of new scenes being added daily, just like the box texts from your favorite adventure books, but designed to be read aloud and in your own campaigns. Start the adventure of a lifetime with the help of Describe's finely crafted box text. Spelled DSCRYB, all of the Describe scenes are set in a world of epic fantasy like many of your favorite RPGs. Each scene shows their subjects, whether it be place, monster, or spell, and other observation, by describing the sensory experiences. Scenes also help set the narrative tone and provide a prompt for subsequent actions and role-playing. Visit describe.com/rook0, that's DSCRYB.com/rook0, and use the code rook0 at checkout to save an additional 10%. Okay, that's it. That's how that works. I think that worked out pretty good. So I think that's much more concise than me fumbling my way through reading, because apparently I'm not good at reading anymore, which doesn't surprise me since I haven't read anything in like 10 years. So we'll find out. That's not true. I read so many D&D books. But either way, Bri, welcome. Thank you, by the way. And Helbin, thank you. Thank you for checking the audio for me. It's good to know. I want to make sure I'm doing that a good job. You should check out Describe. It's a pretty cool little site. I should have my links up there. There's a few other YouTubers that are affiliated with them as well. So feel free to check that out for new and old DMs alike. Yeah, let's draw some rugbies. I think that's our next step. So I need to work on the transitions for OBS so I can like fade into that and fade out of it. I don't know how that works. It is the happy birthday, Nebby. What's up, Goldtooth? Yes. I assume you're not watching the YouTube. That's why, yeah. Yeah, that's why. I switched over to a press copy for the YouTube channel to see what would happen there. So the Discord audio cut out while I was doing that. So that's why you didn't hear it. Yeah. So for those using the Discord that didn't hear that, check out describe.com. It's pretty great. All right. Hashtag #sponsored, which is cool because I never had to use that before. Anywho, it's your birthday, Nebby. Awesome. So you watch later. Okay, go have fun with your birthday. Do you have a character suggestion? Because it is the viewer suggestion today. I'd love to draw something for your birthday. Snake with a hat, welcome everyone as well. Bright, you tipped, but you didn't give us a suggestion, so I don't know what you want me to draw today. Rugby's tuxedo mask. Oh man, can I even do that? I assume he's just got a mask, right? I can't remember. And a top hat. Is that the rugby tuxedo mask? And a rose. He's got a rose in his mouth. Well, I'm not sure what. Oh, yeah. Halfling barbarian. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, we'll do a halfling barbarian. The Herfling. Halfling Barbar. Kobold Swarm Keeper. Swarm of raccoons? Oh, that's a brilliant idea. I mean, I don't know if I should draw that, but I'll work on it. Kobold Swarm Keeper. Draw a Minotaur wearing a Jester outfit and a hat. Sure. Jester, Minotaur. The question is, do I draw like the traditional Harlequin set, or do I just draw like little blue tiefling horns? I'm cosplaying as Jester today. Wait, Tuxedo Mask's eyes go white when he's got the mask on, right? Man, I remember way too much of Sailor Moon. That's what I'm discovering right now. There's nothing terribly wrong with it. It's just, it is what it is. Rugby arguing with Goldtooth. All right, we can do that too. It's 2 characters, but you tipped, so I'll allow it. Thank you, Goldtooth, by the way. I do appreciate that. Rugby v. Goldtooth. Okay, that's a pretty good lineup. I think we got a pretty good thing. Let me finish off this Tuxedo Mask Rugby. I think he had a cape, right? What a lame superhero. Like, did he actually have any superpowers, or was he just a weird dude with a... Alright. Nice. Yep, that's it. Okay. Man, I've always been a weird. I used to wake up at 6 a.m. to watch Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon, because that was the only thing on TV at 6 a.m. that wasn't like those weird like super church things. The power of Christ compels you. And my idea was like a barbarian jester. The rage is the fit of laughter, and your additional evil jester. He's this big hammer. I like it. That's a cool idea. I saw something yesterday that was it was a meme of like barbarian starts to cry. The person's like, "Why are you crying?" It's like, the tears aren't for him, or the tears are for you. And like that was the rage. The barbarian that cries when they rage. I was like, that's terrifying. I'm so sorry. What? Going to town. All right, let's do this. So we have the rule is, which we haven't done in a long time. So because we'll do the one that tipped first, and then we'll go into the halfling barbarian. And we have the 3 there, so that'll be real quick. So let's draw a rugby again, which is always a good starting point, anyways. Question is, how big is Goldtooth compared to rugby? How tall is Goldtooth? Is he 4 feet tall? All right. Wait, why couldn't you use crossbows or bows? Just because you were small? Gotcha. I'm a big fan of use it whether or not you have proficiency, but like the argument I was gonna make was if you can't use something by the rules and so you mutate yourself, like that's also changing the rules. Like just homebrew it that you could use it. Who cares? Yeah. Yep. Let's get a really like crotchety rugby in here. It's just like really squat and grump. Oh, rugby would definitely shank somebody for a muffin. Inner office struggles. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about getting some coffee. I'm gonna make his feathers are full on display now. He's just like, pah! Nope, that's a bad feather. My pen is a little too big today. I think it's a little fuzzy. I'm not sure why it's so fuzzy. My density get turned down? I might have to fiddle with my pen settings. That's a thing that happens. We talked a bunch about the Kickstarter yesterday. We're probably gonna wait until March to release it, because we didn't plan enough for it to be on the Zine Quest February stance. But hopefully it'll be cool. I think people will like it. Ordered some new stickers yesterday, so that's exciting. Those will be shipped out probably beginning of March as well, as soon as I get them. So respect that. Nice. Yeah, that was something I wanted to try. I was just like, I can make a really sweet bookmark here. I think that kind of stuff is going to be kind of going forward with the Patreon members. I'm just going to make fun little stuff like that. Because the stickers, I can't get them in as frequently as I'd like all the time. And I usually wait for Sticker Mule to have sales. So I tend to buy them in batches. It's like, you know what, I should start making fun stuff and prints and things again. Yeah, I don't know what to do with pins either. Put them on a bag, but I don't have a backpack. I don't go anywhere anymore. Yeah, I don't wear hats. I don't wear jackets. I guess I have sweatshirts. Everything I wear is workwear. It's really... Hashtag Carhartts, if you want to sponsor me, let's talk about it. All of my clothes is Carhartt stuff. Everything I wear is Carhartts. Definitely not sponsored by them, but oh, happy day would that be. Hashtag not sponsored yet by Carhartt. That's fair, yeah. All right, let's do this. Man, I'm trying to remember what Goldtooth looks like. Does he have a frill? I can't remember if he has a frill. No, he's got little horns? Crap. I've drawn so many kobolds. Good morning, Toa. I have an idea fixated on lately. A monk boxer who took the way of the astral self. Astral monk. I like it. Teddy Roosevelt, astral monk. What's up, bitches? Yep. Oh, man. The only thing I know about Teddy Roosevelt. Thank you, Toa Nova. Toa Nova. I'm reading names and saying words, and that's not smart. Teddy Roosevelt is from Epic Rap Battles of History. Shouldn't get all my information from Nice Peter and Epic Lloyd. That's probably not a good idea. Yeah, there we go. Okay, he's just got the horns. I drew a blue kobold with a fin. That's what I was thinking of. I did a black one, too. I've actually drawn a few kobolds with fins as commissions. That's right, the brass dragon tail. Okay. That could be why I was thinking fins, because he's got the kind of the fin pattern on the tail. I'm gonna do the hands out like wah 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 wah. Do people name their astral selves? I don't think so. I think you're just, you know. Yeah, I'm thinking of from the movie Soul. What the hell was the guy's name? Pretty sure he had like a guru name that he named himself. That's a good movie. If you haven't seen Soul yet, I'd go check that out. It's pretty good. You cut out there, but I think yes is what you were asking. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. I honestly didn't like the ending, but you know what? Other than that, it was alright. Yeah. It was a happy ending, I think, kind of. It was a good ending. But like I don't know. I guess I wanted more out of the animation. I wanted it to have a little more weight. So I'm fine with tragic endings. Oh no. Nice. A bag of magical teeth. That's an item that I have not heard of before. All right, that's pretty cool. I like that. So Goldtooth now has blue dragon powers. I like it. When you said you can have more than one tooth, I instantly thought you had to like put them in your mouth. It was just like, oh, that's terrible. Okay. All right, that's messed up. Totally viable, but go ahead. That doesn't make any sense, but okay. Oh, interesting. You build up a charge and have to cast counterspell. That's interesting. That's an interesting mechanic. It's kind of like a weird cursed item. It sounds like your DM is trying to equal it out the way you guys want for your power level, which is good. Yeah, the tooth thing is interesting. I would not have expected that, but that's kind of a cool item. I like that idea that you get a high level counterspell, but you are forced to use it. Yeah. Yeah, the trick with that would be just it basically forces you to burn up a spell slot every day. Somebody has to burn a spell slot. No, but to counter a spell, if you don't use it in combat, like you have to burn someone's spell to cast it, otherwise you get the exhaustion. So I think that's an interesting, that's kind of a cool mechanic. That's something I see a lot now. I've been talking with some people about cursed items, especially like, well, I would just be a werewolf because werewolfism is awesome, and it's like, yeah, it's awesome if you don't have any cursed effects on it. Like that's the cool part about it. Earth Genasi fighting with a giant scimitar. Giant scimitar, Earth Genasi. I like that. Kobold is stupid. All right. I should just leave the voice bubble there, and then people can put whatever they want in there. That might make people just start hazing Goldtooth, but I think that would be funny too. If you're okay with being roasted by the Discord. What was it like? No, that's a wyvern. Dragons don't have 4 arms. Alright, we're gonna leave that. I think that's good. Alright, let's go on here. We got a halfling barbarian. I'm excited for a halfling barbarian. Dude, I'm gonna make him look like Teddy Roosevelt. This is gonna be great. You could say interesting, yeah. Teddy Roosevelt was definitely interesting. Oh, I thought you were going to say fighting Teddy Roosevelt. I'm like, why would Goldtooth fight Teddy Roosevelt? Yeah, that's it. Those damn kobolds wouldn't let me build the Panama Canal. I'll show them. He doesn't have a... He's just got the mustache. I'm going to make the mustache, like, bigger. Maybe I'll give him, like, sunglasses instead of actual glasses. It's going to be the weirdest... Yeah. Jeffrey the Dwarf. That's a pretty good one. That's alright. Okay, we're going to make him about this big. He's going to have little legs. I'm in a fighty mood today, apparently. Everybody's just in like a grumpy stance. Oh, this is a halfling, not a gnome? What am I doing? It's more fun. It's more fun if he's a gnome. Literally, like, oh, that's the only thing that's going to change. Is he's going to be slightly slimmer and have slightly longer legs. He's still going to be very rotund. And I'm going to give him a big old battle axe. Big old battle axe. And a pipe. All halflings need a pipe. Per Tolkien's instructions. When's third breakfast? Taste my hammer. He just doesn't eat. All right, you get to rage all day, but only if you haven't eaten in the last 4 hours. That would actually be an interesting mechanic. Like, your rage is time-based. I rage for exactly 3 hours a day between 2 and 5. I can only rage between those times, but I'm mad the whole time. The whole time. Just waiting to get off of work. My caffeine's worn off. Super grumpy. They're in 3.5. There was a potion that basically gave you additional. It's like a frenzy potion or something. I've made a variant of it for my blood the Blood Rager. There is something similar that basically gives you like a faux rage, and then you're exhausted. So I don't think it got used very often because like a haste potion would be much better. But there is something that is similar to a rage. And then the alchemist in Pathfinder there's a rage chemist that can basically do those. Yeah, you can make your intelligence or your wisdom higher if you want instead of your strength. It's a pretty fun idea. Mm-hmm. Something like that, depending. Mm-hmm. I also made the Pearl of Martial Power, which is a item I made for the Artist Arcana, not the Artist Arcana, the Bottomless Bag. I made a video about that one, which basically, yeah, I don't see why, because things like the Pearls of Power exist, which give you back spell slots. There's no reason you couldn't do that with martial abilities too. Some things it would get a little crazy with higher level abilities, like because the fighters get Indomitable at level, I believe, level 5, and then at level 10 they can use it, or maybe it's level 8. Either way, they get one use of it, and then later they get a second use of it. So you're basically giving them an ability with a 5-level gap if they can use that pearl on that item. And so it might be something that you can only use on like low-level items. Like the Pearl of Power can only be used on low-level spells. That's one way to balance it out. But at the same time, yeah. Like Pearl of Martial Power, definitely get back 1 key point. Like that's kind of what I had intended for it. Luke, welcome, by the way. Could you do a Pixie Paladin? Hell yeah, I can do a Pixie Paladin. That sounds awesome. Mm-hmm. Beetle Nut. Okay, so yeah. Pathfinder has some pretty cool stuff for regaining rage. I think, yeah. I think there's a lot of items that kind of exist in the Pathfinder and 3.5 universe that don't exist in 5e because they deal with numbers, small numbers. Like this increases your stealth by 2, and so D&D just kind of threw everything out that was like that because they didn't want to have to deal with math, which is fair. But because if you just go by the rules, it only complicates the game. It doesn't actually like break anything, I don't think, because generally advantage is just worth +4. So most things that would give you advantage instead of like a +2 to something are going to be better. It is. Same thing with negative. So if something would give you disadvantage, most likely disadvantage is worse than anything that would give you less than a -4. Yeah, because it's usually based on your levels. So like with Pathfinder, they have the favorite class, which I really liked. I really liked the favorite class idea, which was you get like a 1/3 extra rage at every level. And it's like, okay. So basically what that's saying is at level 3, you gain an extra use of your rage. And it was just a quick way to write it because it was going to be balanced across so many different classes versus saying like, oh, at 5th level of a barbarian, you get this, but you don't get that until level 9 at this. And it's like, okay, this is getting weird. Every 3rd levels, so... Yeah, you can definitely get bonuses. And I think part of that is they still do with a lot of spells, like, oh, you get advantages on dexterity saving throws while this is active. Which prevents a lot of, like, the Pathfinder specifically, like, stat stacking. So you're like, this spell gives me +2, this one gives me this, my armor gives me +5, I have a +13 to my save now. It's like, what? Because all of those things technically, they used to have different stacking slots for every piece of gear, so, and different types of enchantments. It did get really complicated. Yeah. Yeah, and so it used to be enhanceability used to be a enhancement bonus. So you could only have one type of enhancement bonus, but then it was the same thing. You get a +4 to your strength or +4 to your constitution, depending on which one you picked. But then you could still have additional bonuses to your strength based on other kinds of enchantments, like profane or blessing, or is it what's the opposite of the morale bonuses? It is a holy effect. Like, clerics give you a divine, so you get a divine blessing or a profane blessing, depending on whether it's good or evil aligned. Which you can stack both of those, so that's 2 more enchantments, and then enhancement bonus, armor bonuses, morale bonuses, luck bonuses. All of those different things are basically allowing you to stack all those stats. So that's basically, if they all do the same +2, you're looking at relatively +10 to something. And that's why with 5th edition, they're like, you get advantage and it doesn't stack. It's like, all right, cool. All right, there's my halfling. There's my halfling barbarian. I gave him an apron because I thought it was funny, and a pipe. So, yep. I mean, it makes sense, and it just, once again, it complicates the game, the double advantage, double disadvantage. And if you're okay with that, it's fine. I think 5th edition is really designed for simplicity, and so it is just like, there's nothing wrong with going for double advantage as long as everybody's okay with it. Like, hey, we're going to make the game slightly more complicated. Imagine a fish angel, just a normal fish with wings and a halo like an ASMR. What? We're drawing. You want me to draw a fish angel? Yeah, seriously. It's just a flying fish. Animal celestial sounds. No. Get out. Someone dropped the ban hammer for bad puns. That's my job. You're stepping on my shtick. Okay, so this is going to be a raccoon swarm keeper. So I'm going to give him a little mask. Give him little glowing eyes. Yeah, that's something a lot of people deal with. Yeah. That is something that is removed, I think, because stone weapons, especially like onyx and not onyx, I'm sorry, obsidian. Yeah, obsidian weapons used to have a fragile quality to them, and so if you crit failed with them, they just broke. So that was one step to it. The other thing you could do with it is, yeah, it just shatters and your hand is now bleeding. It's like, dang it. Yeah, no, the fragile quality I think was removed for simplicity's sake, because you don't deal with broken weapons anymore. Because broken weapons used to be, oh, okay, you take a -2 or -4 penalty on it until you get it repaired, unless the condition is just like shattered. There were also weapons that would be more susceptible to shattering, which is why I don't know if they have the same. I think the spell was called Shatter. Now that I think about it, sonic damage used to have a chance to break those kind of weapons. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that still exists. That's good. Yep, that's true. Yep. Jump Rope used to just, that's all she did. She just kept building barbarians and fighters that had Lucerne hammers, and so it's just like, okay, I attack, I sunder the armor, and it's like, okay, you've successfully destroyed all of my knight's armor. Great. Yeah. I have a lot of people talk about wanting to add that stuff back into Pathfinder and D&D, and it's like, it's fine, you can. I don't play with weapon durability because it's just so many more numbers. Like I like adding numbers to games, but then when all of a sudden everything in your inventory has a hit point pool, it's like, crap. Right, and then you just have to assume that, oh, okay, so that guy just hit your sword for 25 damage. It's broken, right? No. It's like, but like damage resistance isn't really in D&D anymore. Now it's just a flat. Everything is flat versus the first 5 hits. If you have DR5, you don't take the first 5 hit points of damage, and then you take everything else. Hardness is the same thing for weapons. Hardness 10, you negate the first 10 points of damage. That's how those weapons would work. A stone weapon would not have a hardness as much as metal. Like metal has a hardness of 20, I think, which is why weapons just don't break. But yeah, so like all that stuff is there. You could definitely do it, but it's just something to keep track of. So if people want to add those, you can. You absolutely can. It does not break the game at all. It's just more work, more fluff to add. More accounting, yep. Yep, that's exactly the thought behind it. Is people are like, that's really cool. Oh, the math. And I think D&D Beyond would help a lot with that kind of stuff, because it's digitally able to be like edited so quickly now versus back in the day. Like I would bring papers, like stacks of paper, to when I played D&D. It's like, here's a ream of paper so we can keep notes about all the crap we're tracking. And then I would lose it, and I'd have like, does anybody have that thing where I wrote down all the treasure from last time? No? Okay, great. Well, that sucks. Go ahead, Inferno. Yep. I had a coffee table that I hosted all of our D&D games for a long time, and so I had a coffee table that just lived in one of my rooms, and I started drawing stuff on it, like death saves basically, and like my channel energy, because I was a cleric. So I had all those like just drawn on the table, and I would like put quarters or nickels on them, and then as I used them, I'd pick it up. So I just started like making the table itself my character sheet, because why not? It was a cheap table, and it was there, and it was fun, and we did it all the time, and we played that campaign for like 2 or 3 years. It was pretty great. Okay, there's the raccoon swarmer. I think I want to give him a little more feeties. There we go. Just hands, yeah, he's just cut. Those are pretty great. Okay. Really? Are you thinking of hurling? Hmm. What if we just knock rocks at each other with sticks? Yeah, all right. I'm down. Apollyon, I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. It's like leather, isn't it? Hmm. Well, that's true. Good, good, good. A bugbear? Or a barghast? Yeah, one hobgoblin. One hobgoblin leading an army of 20 goblins. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, definitely. Either one or two bugbears. Just like it depends on if you want the goblins to be well coordinated or not. Because if they're either A, doing the bidding of a hobgoblin, they're usually going to be militaristic. If they're being led by a lazy bugbear, then they're basically just like feeding into this bugbear's lust to do nothing. So like, here we buy more food. Versus a barghast, which they're like, oh crap, we need more food because otherwise he's gonna eat us. It really depends on what you want the goblins to do. I would say hobgoblin. That definitely sounds like a hobgoblin leading that goblin tribe. Yeah, especially since they have animals. Even though they're centipedes, they definitely have a like that. Yeah, that sounds hobgoblinish like all the way to me. I would say yeah, like maybe 3 at the most, because the hobgoblins are going to be comparable to your players. So, I think the hobgoblins in the book are level 2. Is that right? Huh. I don't remember what the CR about. By the book hobgoblin is. But since you're doing homebrew, you could definitely have a 1 level 5 hobgoblin, really easily. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. He needs a hammer, right? We're gonna give him a big old hammer. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, there you go. I think I use the warlords quite often. I like the warlords. Speaking of food, I need to go shopping today. I've gotten in this bad habit during the Backstreet Boys reunion tour of like buying a month's worth of food. Like I used to go shopping every week, every other week. Now I'm just like, I'm not gonna go shopping until March. Yeah, oh, sorry. So let me rephrase that. It's not the bad habit that's that. The habit I've discovered is now that I'm doing that, I don't realize I'm out of food until I'm out of food. It's like, oh, dang it. Now I don't have any eggs and I don't have any bread. Just like, I need to go shopping. Everything just... Oh, no. I just have to go shopping again. Because I'm being lazy. Because normally it's like, oh, I run out of bread? Yeah, I'll go to the store and pick up whatever I need. But now it's like, I still have a lot of this. I still have a lot of that. I don't need to go shopping. It's fine. I need to go shopping. just get it done. Just get out of the house, go do it. All right, thanks for hanging out. Yeah. I hope that goes really well. That should be a lot of fun. Yeah, it's not too bad. Sometimes, like, a good DM will almost kill the party every time. almost kill the party every time. Yeah, I will change things on the fly. So, like, if I notice that, like, oh, this guy gets 5 attacks in a turn, maybe he only gets 3. let's knock that down a minute. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I forgot that Jonas only has 10 hit or 10 armor. This is a bad idea. Oh boy. Yeah, that's scary. See you later. Thanks for hanging out. Okay. I could fiddle with this horn thing quite a bit more. I don't know if I want to. Yeah, that doesn't look right. Let's fix the hat. I think the hat is the weak spot. So I want him to have like, because the jester hat, I guess I'm thinking of should have like two baubles, right? Yeah. There we go. Depends on the jester. A glee man. I've never heard that term before. What is that? Where did that come from? Is that like a street performer? Oh, okay. So like a traveling crier. Troubadour? Okay. Gotcha. I learned a new word today. Interesting. A lusty devil. All right. Gotcha. Yeah, the carnival kind of shifted from a very, well, flesh carnival to something else, you know. Makes sense. All right. Here's my beefy cowboy. Oh, does he need like one eyeball? Oh, my guidelines. Yeah, fair enough. plus cow, you know. And this one should be dark lemu. We'll go with that. Oop. Da 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 da. What's the next one here? Astral Self Monk. Ooh. Are you going to upload this as a video? I'm not going to upload this as a video. I mean, it's just a live stream, so it's going to be there for a while. I probably won't use any of this stuff for a why you should play, I don't think. Usually those I try to save for the Twitch streams. Astral Self Monk. Yeah, kind of. That's kind of what I was thinking about. I feel like the Astral Self Monk is going to become the... what's the word I'm looking for? I always forget the name of this class. Shoot. Let me think about it for a minute. What the hell is it called? No. Basically, you'd summon a spirit that was your kind of like your guardian. It was a subclass of summoner. Eidolon is the Eidolon summoner. So the Eidolon is basically a spiritual projection, and so it was not really a pet, but also wasn't really a creature, and so you could make it however you want. And I feel like that's what the astral projection thing is going to be. It's like, I want 6 arms. It's like, yeah, all right, fine, that's fine. There's no problem with that. Yeah, Mantis arms would be scary. Luke Holes. If you wanted to play a golem, would that not just be a Warforged? Yeah, I would argue it would be. If you watch the Warforged video, I talk a little bit about that. Because the way the Warforged used to be is they were just constructs. They were just a specific race of constructs that was designed. And then 5th edition took them and made them just, a living creature. But yeah, I really like the 3.5 versions of rules for constructs. I think that's a lot more fun, but it's kind of complicated. Like, you can't be healed. You have to use mending spells. You're immune to a ton of stuff. You don't have a Constitution modifier. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Super dig it. Cook and book. Yeah, but that's the thing with Warforged. Like, you cook and book them, and now they're radiant balls of fire death. Like, yeah. Yep. I've had a few friends play that build. It's pretty funny. Oh yeah. I mean, no worse than like an Efreet grabbing you. It's just constantly on fire, but yeah. So that's the argument. This hearing. So with and this. No. What you said was all Warforged are considered alive. And the argument against that is the way healing health spells work. That's the only reason that there is a definition there, because like, healing a dead creature should hurt them, but Warforged shouldn't take damage from healing spells. So they just aren't. They are constructs. They're not living creatures. They're not dead. They are constructs. And that's the thing with same thing with like the Weirwood, which are an animated tree plant folk. Same thing. They're not living trees, so healing the wood wouldn't help them. But they're also not dead because they aren't living creatures. So they are constructs. And same thing, golems, constructs. Yeah, it's only important because of the semantics of the rulings for how the spells work. Are they alive? They are living. They are, Apparently, they have souls in some aspects, depending on how you're looking at it. Whether they were given to them by a wizard, or if they do actually just have souls. But whether or not healing magic can affect them as living creatures, or necromantic energy, or constitution scores, I liked that constructs were constructs because they were uniquely outside of the scope of things like that. I was a big fan of that. Mm-hmm. Right? Well, so that's kind of the argument again. It's like, is it magical being held together? Is the soul holding it together? Like, what is actually making it function? Because I would argue that like a well placed dispel magic could absolutely shut off a construct. But then what makes the Warforged separate from that? Yeah. So Toa asks, is that like Bionicle where they have organs underneath their armor? No, not so much. Some ways, I think the new way that they think about Warforged is that kind of the General Grievous style, where like your magical core is your heart, and you have these kind of organic parts that make up your parts of your body. And I would say the old Warforged, not so much. It is very mechanical. It's still magically driven, which is why, yes, a dispel magic could kill you the same way like a disintegration ray could kill a person. You can still make a will save for it. I would argue it would do damage instead of just shutting you off, because you should have a chance to resist it. Same thing with undead. Yeah, like with undead, I still consider undead constructs as well. But with the undead, the constructs are basically being driven by the will of the necromancer. So with the Warforged, they have their own will, just like sentient undead. So like turn undead, it's like, well, that's basically just a fear spell. It's like, okay, destroy undead. It's like they're gonna make a will save to save from death. Like those things should happen. But I also don't think that a wizard would build a robot to kill other wizards that could just be taken out with a level 1 spell. So I assume there's some kind of... I assume they were designed for that not to happen. Yeah. Alita Battle Angel style. Yep. Right. Because the other thing with the construct theory is if you don't have constitution. If you reach 0 hit points, you stop existing. You're not unconscious. you're just bleh, gone. And then I would still argue, though, that if someone takes the time to rebuild you, get you back to full hit points, they might be able to revive you. But they still have to either use revive magic, or like you are rebuilt the same way. But it's going to take like... You reaching 0 hit points means that you've been damaged so badly that you can't just be repaired. Like, you have to be rebuilt. And so it might cost about the same amount of money as a revive spell to just rebuild the body. Like, I'm okay with that, but there's no middle ground. Like, you hit 0, boop, gone. Same thing with undead. If you hit 0 hit points, the will that is connecting you to your body, gone. Like, it's just no more. Yeah. I've played all of these out in a few different games, and I really like that aspect of it. Versus like with 5th edition, especially like in the Revenant thing, like there's no negative to it. It's the same thing with the werewolf. Like there's no reason not to do that if you're allowed to do it, because it makes you way powerful and immune to shit. It's like, but there's no downsides. Why is there no downsides? Yeah. Yeah. Why is this crooked? Yeah, I think there was with them playing it safe. If you want to think of it that way, I think a lot of what they came up with was, I mean, 3rd edition and 3.5 just got out of hand so fast. And so I think it's fine for them to play it safe. And I think Tasha's was a good reminder to people that, like, hey, you know what? This game was based around homebrew. Like, you can always do that. Our rules are set so that at the base level there's a foundation to stop an argument or to help you develop something. But don't be scared to really, branch out and make your own stuff. Yep. It is the viewer suggestion. Welcome, Miller. How are you doing? No, sorry. I'm just talking under my breath because I'm drawing. Making those faces. Is it the vampire domain? Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. It's the vampire domain. All right. I think that's going to be my astral self monk. Hoo-ah-pa-pa. Undead Pact for Warlock. That's going to be fun. That's how I think, like, that's the next stage for necromancers. I Eldritch Blast a skeleton into existence. It's like, wait, what? Go! Just summoning skeletons instead of Eldritch Blasting people. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next one. Earth Genasi with a scimitar. Could you draw the thing I wrote in general? I am not in general chat. Hold on, let me scroll over here. Gnome with a mask that is half black and half white. The form of a bear with a staff. In the form of a bear with a staff. Is the gnome the bear? With the staff, though. Oh, the gnome has the staff, but the mask is of a bear. Okay, I gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Gotta do the Earth Genasi, then we can do a bear mask. Gnome. Bear. I'm not. I'm waiting for it to be... No, I'm just waiting for it to be finished. I'm waiting for Baldur's Gate to... Yeah, I think they've only come out with like the first part for beta, right? Like, it's early access. Oh, so they haven't even released all the classes yet. Okay. Thanks for hanging out, Inferno. We'll catch you later. It's an interesting idea. Like, yeah, I don't know if they would have the same amount of clout if they were like, hey, we're coming out with Baldur's Gate in 5 years. It's like, oh, come on. But I also want them to take their time. I absolutely want them to take their time. So let's do something like this. I'm going to try to make this guy kind of blocky. You know, I always draw... No, that's not true. I was going to say something. That's not true. I was going to say I always draw... I was going to say I always draw male Genasi, but I think the Goliath video was indeed a lady. So they don't have pointy ears. What am I doing? What shape am I bad with drawing? That's an interesting question. I'm assuming there's lots of nose shapes, feet shapes. Not good at drawing hand shapes. What are you talking about? Oh, it's just gonna be his rocky hair. He's got like protrusions, kind of spines, crystal growths. Yeah. Yeah, the Aureate are really, really cool. They're very, very elemental based, which I'm for. I think it looks pretty great. What am I doing? Blah, 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 blah. I don't know why I'm focusing so much on this face, but here we go. Here we go. I don't know if random's the right term, but I usually have a general idea of what I want to try to do. I don't do a lot of pre-planning. I probably should, but I generally try to find. Yep, I like it. I like drawing D&D characters. Hey Rook, it's late to the stream. Hope there's still time for another suggestion. Syrup SARS, it is, what time is it? It is 12 o'clock. I have 2 more to do, so I'm probably going to say no for today. I'm going to have to take off here in a little bit. I'm going to try to get these last 2 done. But if you'd like, you can... Yeah, I didn't have Druid helping me today. Druid usually takes care of like 1 or 2 of them. But I didn't. I ran out of time. So save it for next week, or, you know, you can always come by on Friday and submit. Not, we don't submit them, but, you know, if people need something to draw, you can do it then. Why am I doing this? What am I doing here? Hold on. Let's just start over. I'm thinking and talking and reading at the same time. Here we go. All right. I'm going to go the nose like right into the forehead. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You know, there's not a lot of Aureate art out there, so that doesn't surprise me that my picture pops up. Yeah, no, it's not, absolutely not official. But did you not see have pointy ears? I guess they're kind of like elf folk, right? I actually don't know. Do they even have ears? Wow, you sound like a robot today. No, that was strange. It went all over for speed and tone. Just kind of free-formed there for a little bit. When in doubt, go profile. That's what I say. Give us more like sharp, jaggedy rocks. Yeah, I assume most of the Oriids are human based, and then everybody that plays them as like half tiefling, because why not? I don't know how to answer that question, to be totally honest. Half gargoyle would be pretty cool. I need to make a gargoyle video. That'd be fun. The Stoneborn. Yeah. Could you do a fine soul sorcerer grund? That sounds pretty awesome. I do want to draw that, but maybe a Friday we'll do grunts or something. Just because of the time constraints. Yeah, it's an Earth Genasi. Grung get a Pope hat sounds pretty great. Come, Chaplain. Yeah, there's lots of great suggestions today, which I super appreciate. Thank you, everybody that did suggest them. Still got to do the pixie. Got to do the pixie paladin. So maybe this one I might just have to do this real quick. I might be able to get the grund out. Man, I don't want to stress it though. You know what? Let me go check something. I might be able to spend a little extra time here today, but I do also need to go shopping. So give me 1 minute. Let's get the scimitar like cross across this way. Gotta go hunt some more buffalo. Don't wanna die of dysentery on my trek. Okay, give me 1 second. Yeah, don't get scurvy. Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. Check out this great advertisement for Describe while I'm gone. I'll be right back. Our sponsors this week are the great creators over at Describe. If you're looking to jump behind the DM screen but are worried about being at a loss for words, then check out Describe.com. Describe offers over 1,400 scenes of places, monsters, and spells, and collections with dozens of new scenes being added daily, just like the boxed texts from your favorite adventure books, but designed to be read aloud and in your own campaigns. Start the adventure of a lifetime with the help of Describe's finely crafted boxed text. Spelled DSCRYB, all of the Describe scenes are set in a world of epic fantasy like many of your favorite RPGs. Each scene shows their subjects, whether it be place, monster, or spell, and other observation, by describing the sensory experiences. Scenes also help set the narrative tone and provide a prompt for subsequent actions and role-playing. Visit describe.com/Rookzer0, that's DSCRYB.com/Rookzer0, and use the code Rookzer0 at checkout to save an additional 10%. Okay. Yeah, and copy. All right. I will get both of these done today, I think. I think we'll do the grund and we'll do the pixie. I think we can get those done and then we're gonna call it for the day. Nine soul grund. Wait, did I miss one? I did draw a pigeon last time. What was, I think I missed the general text on 1 second. The bear mask one. I missed that one too. So maybe we don't have time to do this. Like 5 more today. Yeah. Let's see what we got going on. Get back to the chat here. Alright, we're gonna do this. I want the scimitar, but I also don't want to draw the scimitar. You know, like that's how it goes sometimes. We're gonna do this. We'll give him some big old muscles. And then we'll give him the scimitar just like coming across the face here. He's like holding it over here. He's like, yeah, sword. What up? Yeah, let's do that. Maybe he's got a scimitar tattoo on his back. That's what we're gonna do. Next to a heart. It says mom on it. Is it? Yep, do that. It's got a heart tattoo with some scimitars on it. The druid's in the chat. Oh, I'm so late. Yeah, you're so late. It's almost over. It's all right. All right. I did, yeah. I wanted to work out that ad press. I got a sponsorship here this week, so that's super fun. It's the first sponsorship I've ever had. Trying to work out that, so I hope you guys want to check out Describe. But if not, that's fine. I'm also, here for art, so we can work on that. We're gonna do that. We'll move on to the Pixie Paladin. Pixie Paladin should be super fun. We're probably gonna bang these last few out pretty quick, so I'm gonna do really small to start out with, and we'll see where it goes. Per the Pixie. Must have a what? A pixie haircut? Is that what you said? Gotcha. I'm a big fan of the ponytail for pixies. Because you don't want that hair getting tied up in your wings, but at the same time. Punk pixies are pretty great, yeah. I'm just going to do busts, I think. Busts are going to be the way to do it. I'm going to give him a dragoon helmet. Dragoon? Yeah, that's good. Didn't come up with that. I think you could have a sprite as a familiar as a warlock. The thing about that though is that when people ask like, can I have this or that for my warlock familiar or my wizard familiar? It's like, yes, they only do the things that your familiar would normally do. like that's the trick. It's like, no, you can't have a beholder as your as your familiar. That's not how that works. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. Do a leg going this way. We'll do a leg going this way from behind. Give like. I like to think that if you were a paladin pixie, you probably wouldn't wear that much armor to begin with. Or if you did, it'd have to be, yeah, just like little acorn shells or, yeah, don't want to weigh it down. Once again, the Dresden books, hashtag not sponsored, but maybe sponsor me? Get that Audible. If I had an Audible sponsorship, I would just only talk about Dresden books. It would be really great. That's probably not true. I'd probably talk about some other books, but. No, I think it's Jim Butcher writes the Dresden books. Yeah, the Dritz books are really good too. They're really good, yeah. He's a wizard. He's a professional wizard, which is great. Those sound pretty cool. Yep, that's true. Pact with the Fairy Queen. Yeah, I started learning more about Dragonlance this week. I'm pretty excited about that. We're gonna give her some tattoos here. I'll give her a shield over here. Just a little tiny triangular buckler. Is it? I'm pretty sure there's a few Dragonlance games. Is there not? Well, I mean, like Dragonlance has its own tabletop game, but I don't know if they based any video games off of Dragonlance. I think they did. Might be an arcade game. I'd have to look it up. Golden Axe is good. I don't know if Golden Axe is Forgotten Realms though. Golden Axe is a tough one. Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance. What was the other one? Dark Sun. All right. Okay, there's my little pixie paladin. Sorry, I'm in a rush. Running out of time. Let's do a little more. Okay, that's what I thought. That's good. The title has the wrong date. What? I mean, the title has the wrong date. I have it written down as Valentine's Day. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, and I forget that I might have hit, 14 instead of 24. That would make sense. I had a Commodore 64. Shut up. I also had a Pong machine. So, see everybody else who never played Pong on the original device. Actually, that's not true. I had one of the. How do I say this? The newest Pong machines that existed. So I got it at a thrift store. Don't mind you. I'm not that old. Maybe I am. But most people my age did not play Pong on a Pong machine. Most people my age may have had a Commodore 64. That's not true. I don't think so. Okay. What was I doing? Moving on. Divine Soul, Grund, and the Gnome Bear Mask. All right, here we go. Black and white bear mask. That's like right up my alley. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah. Yeah, dwarves aren't super short. They're just shorter. Yep. Let's give him a bear snoot. Yes, that's exactly what they did. There's all the male trolls, all the female trolls, and then Vuljin. That's it. That's the three troll voices that exist. Yeah, well, those are different kinds of trolls, so that's different. Yep. They are really tall. It surprised me. Yeah. See, like the new vampire people, the Venthyr. Venthyr, I think, would actually be a pretty cool race to add to World of Warcraft. Do you have a brother walk into a door or something? Gotcha. I'm displeased. Blark, blark, blark. It's pretty scary. Alright, let's get this staff going on here. I'm gonna put a bear on the top of this staff just because I can. Oh, I forgot the ears. Boop. Rawr. That's good. Okay, we'll give him a little skirt because he's a druid. Druids don't wear pants. If druids taught me anything, that's it. Oh, I don't think those are mutually exclusive. Okay. Okay, there we go. That's our little gnome with a bear mask. And then we have, what was the last one? There's a Divine Soul Grund. All right. Up. Oh man, this is gonna take me so long. I drew so many things today. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through all these and put them on the Discord. All right, Grund. Divine Soul is like basically an Aasimar that's not an Aasimar, right? A holy. Right, we were going to do the Pope Hat Frog. I think I've done a Pope Hat Frog before. Pope Hat Goblin. That sounds right, too. Space Pope. It's all about that Space Pope. It's getting a little political. Give him some jowls. Give him a little bit of a little wobbly, bumpy frog. Right. I'll give him a halo. Look back. Give him really long legs. Give him like a crook. I don't remember what these are called. Yep. It's a Divine Soul Sorcerer. Except he was supposed to be a sorcerer, wasn't he? Yeah, it's a crook. Give him little nose holes up here. Yeah, basically it's an oracle is what it's done. Which I think is pretty fun. Yeah. I'm going to give him just the top mantle. and then just naked frog underneath. I don't care. It's just like, yeah, what up? Yep, he's just Donald ducking it. It's actually more common than not to have multiple stages of development. Wow. This is my house. You don't tell me what to do. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, what? Oh, that's what you're talking about? Yeah, that guy's pretty beefy. Didn't you do that with a Death Cleric Grund? I probably did. I think that's what Corvus was talking about. Yeah. We'll give him a little bit of a cape here. And then he's a sorcerer, so maybe I'll give him a book. Sorcerers don't need books. Yeah, also the book and the book. Okay, a little frog hand. A little bit of this going on. Give him a little bit of this. A little bit of that. Yeah. I don't like that he's standing on his heels. It looks funny. But that's how frogs sit sometimes. You know what? Let's do that. Oh my god, this would be great. We're going to put him on a lily pad. Okay. All right, and I think that is where we're going to call it. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out today. I'm going to go get some lunch, get some stuff figured out. And, yeah. So, thanks for all your suggestions. I hope everyone had a fun time with those. Thanks for hanging out in the Discord. If you haven't checked out the Discord, check out the Discord below. If you haven't checked out Describe, go check out Describe because it's awesome. You get a discount if you use Rookzer0 as a coupon code. So, go check that out. Tomorrow will be, I hope, the D&D game for the Patreon, so that will be on Discord. I probably won't stream that. But, yeah, we'll keep on keeping on. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table, and we will catch you next time. Bye, everybody.